Hi, this is Damien at Data Runs Deep, and in today's video I want to have a look at some of the things that you can be reporting around context. So when we're talking about context, it's saying, well, all right, we know everything that's happening on our own website. We've done heaps of reporting on, the engagement, the conversions, the traffic sources, all that kind of stuff. What can we then sort of say about factors that might be influencing how people are finding the website and what they're doing there? And one of the important parts of context is looking at some benchmarking data and saying, you know what, I want to know how much traffic those other guys are getting. Are we really doing well here? Are we actually doing as well as it looks like we're doing? And can we be doing better? How big's the gap? This is one of the things that CEOs love to ask, right? Is how much traffic is my competition getting? And the short answer to that is that you'll never know for sure unless you hack into their systems or go and get a job there and work there for 6 months and take them down from the inside. If that's your game, good luck to you. There are some ways that you can kind of get an inference around this, and we'll have a look at a couple of these now. So first of all, just by searching Ad Planner, I'm going to go through to double-click Ad Planner, which is Google's own ad planning. It's intended there, so if you're doing a display ad campaign, you can say look at the kind of traffic you might be getting, and you can see it's got a bit of information here about wikipedia.org. Before having a look too much in that, I'm just going to bring this something closer to home. So bunnings.com.au. And we'll have a look at their data, but we want to make sure I'm looking at data not for the United States, thanks, but for Australia. So you can see here there's initially here, daily unique visitors. So this is based on cookies which are there, and it's all estimated data, right? So we're not really getting very much. And when the graph tells you you're making a leap of faith there, guys, then you really are making a leap of faith there, guys. But you can see it's pretty much averaging, what would we say, maybe 45 to 47,000 daily uniques. Pretty big. In terms of the unique visitors, they reckon, all right, 433,000. Obviously the region is going to be the same as worldwide, reaching 2.4% of the Australian population. All right, it's fairly kind of like out there data, I guess, but it's at least giving us some kind of benchmark as to what we might be seeing. And if I'm like, say I'm one of Bunnings' competitors, like Home Hardware or Mitre 10, then I might kind of think of where I'm at in the context of this. Some of this stuff about demographics is interesting-ish. 60% with more than 100 grand income, I guess that would probably be about right. What with the cost of everything these days and inflation being what it is, and then right the way through some also sort of sites also visited, and you can pull up some information on these as well if you wish. This is all fine, but as I say, it's very kind of out there information, and it also tends to only be useful for larger websites. For sort of smaller things, it will come up with just we haven't got any data at all here, sorry, just zero. So if that's you and you're working in sort of a smaller and more niche business marketplace, what are the other options? Well, the only other option which I'm aware of is this, which is ahrefs.com, which is a competitive SEO tool, costing about $99 a month. One of the features that it has is that you can compare these different domains across here. As you can see I've already sort of chucked some stuff in here already. It brings up link data, so how many backlinks each of these domains has got, and where what Ahrefs does as well is it looks at where the sites are ranked for certain keywords, and then by looking at the keyword traffic volume and the site ranking, it puts this information together. So it's kind of fairly out here, right? Saying that there's 700,000 visited Bunnings on these days, and sort of looking at the individual traffic pattern. You can see down here Bunnings in the blue line, Myer in red. So sort of the least popular of these sites that's there. Now I have no idea, of course. I don't actually have privy to this information that's here, but what I'll say is that if for example I know one of these, let's say I work for Harvey Norman, and I know that we didn't actually get give me a Harvey Norman, there we go, we didn't actually get 673,000 visits on that one day, which is ridiculously high, but if it's 10% of that, what the real figure was, then I can guess with a fairly good certainty that all of these other results are out by the same degree of magnitude, right? So let me put that slightly differently. If I know that these results are inaccurate by a degree, I can then just divide all the other figures down to sort of work out roughly where things are. It's massively unscientific. I did warn you, it's a massive leap of faith as well. But when you're looking at context metrics, and you need to find some kind of benchmark indication of who's got more traffic than us and how much other traffic someone might have, then you're pretty much stuck with just this or double-click Ad Planner. Hey, if anyone else has got like a more robust one that isn't something like Compete or ComScore, where you can get the information if you pay for it. If there is a affordable or free version which you're aware of, then do let me know in the comments. Love to hear about it. Thanks very much.